Alexa, what's the temperature outside?
Right now, it's 6 degrees. Today, expect a high of 32 degrees.
Good morning, everybody. It's a shade before 6 a.m. We are off to Rhode Island this morning, about an hour and a half drive. Philmington and I are going to head down there to the Superbowl Sports Card Show, so I'm usually not up this early. It's cold. It's very early before sunrise, so we're going to head out to the car and see how we got it all packed up. Ooh, it's blustery out here. All right, so we're pretty much packed up. Doesn't look like a lot. We've got our graded suitcase here. Those are where the big boys are at. Vintage Red Sox box. Tom Brady box. Vintage stars, modern stars, and a whole box of cheap Patriots. Because it is a Super Bowl show, I'm thinking that's what people are going to want. We're off to Philmington's. See you in a bit. All right, just helping Phil load up here. Got his display cases in, a couple of his shoe boxes. So we're pretty much full. And we're off to Coventry High School in Rhode Island. See you soon. This is when we first arrived to the high school, around 8:15 a.m. So we gave ourselves about 45 minutes to set up. Let's head on in. All right, I'm going to do a little dubbing here and there. So here's one of the first cases when you walk into the show. A couple vintage balls, vintage programs. It's a very wide variety there today. A couple of vintage cards, of course. Let's move on to our table setup. Kind of weird to see the setup from the back, but this is ours. On one table. This is Philmington's case. Gotta show off this beauty. He's already moved the Soto. I think numbered to 99 today. Biggest sale of the day. Doing pretty well so far. It's pretty crowded. Time to look at our neighbors' showcases. We got Mantle to Brady. Rhode Island's an interesting place because you're kind of stuck heading towards New York fans. So there are definitely a lot of Yankees fans that I know that grew up in Rhode Island, which is kind of a travesty because you're only an hour away from Boston, yet you're roughly 3 hours away from New York. But it is what it is. So we've got a lot of Mantles here to show off. There's going to be plenty in this video. More vintage, mixed in with more Brady rookies. This is kind of my wheelhouse here. Off-condition vintage cards that you're never going to send for grading because they've got creases, but at really good prices. And I picked up a few here as well. Some vintage sets. A lot of shows I've been going to. There are plenty of full binders, football, baseball, hockey, you name it, it's usually there. So we'll flip through some of the tall boys here. Really wish I would have grabbed a few of these, but I just kind of ran out of time. I had to get back to my table. One thing I could do without at car shows, however, are the rubber bands around stacks of cards. I know it's easy to transport them that way, but visually it's really unappealing and you can obviously do damage to the cards. Love seeing the vintage commons here. Didn't pick up any, but quickly thumbed through, mainly for this video so you can see what was out there. Some nice color Bowman there. Shout out to Bowman 53. You can see a few there. Another panorama of the, basically from our table. That's beautiful.
Just think what it's going to be on Monday.
Yep.
The rumor is already that the next signing he's doing is next week, and it's going to be $1,500.
Some really nice memorabilia here. I think that was Ted Williams at first. Is that Carl Yastrzemski? Got a few more Bronx Bombers. Now, if somebody could comment how you would know if any of these balls are real. I can't imagine they all have COAs with them. I guess you just have to trust the dealer, but I don't know. That's a big wall of autos that I don't know are real.
All right, so Phil, we're about the halfway point of today's Coventry show. What's your thoughts so far on what we've seen?
Well, it's been a pretty good turnout. I don't think the show's been held for a few years, so it's been quite busy here. The organizer did a good job trying to sell out the remaining tables, and sales-wise, it was pretty busy. Probably more so earlier than now, but vintage stuff, probably not as hot as it was for my Woburn show last week.
Surprised.
Yeah, not a whole lot of eyes on my Jackie Robinsons or Mickey Mantles, but I did sell a Roberto Clemente. I think it was a 63 tops at a PSA 6, and I also was able to sell a Juan Soto 2016 Bowman Chrome autograph in a BGS 9.5. Was able to get a pretty good markup on that, so pretty happy. Although, you know, it's still not being baseball season yet. I do have high hopes for Soto, for Acuna as well, so it pains me to sell any of those guys now because I feel like it's still a good time to buy them. But you know what? Every card has its price, and we were able to work something out for both of us. So.
Right.
All right, so you just saw Phil's update, midpoint of the day. It's almost 1 o'clock or so. Kind of disappointed I haven't moved a single slab all day long. It seems like a lot of the older guys just want raw cards. Probably moved 50 or 60 vintage Red Sox. Brought a ton of those. But other than that, yeah, just a little disappointed. The crowds have died down this afternoon too, so we're gonna take one more quick tour around all the tables and check out what everybody's got. So let's do that now. I was thinking that I think the thing I miss the most about card shops are just being able to thumb through your set building aspects. So going to your local card show like this and having a ton of dealers, you really get a wide variety of anything you could possibly be looking for. So if you want mid-50s tops, you're looking forward to finally complete those high numbers. Many of these dealers had them, and that's what's wonderful about the LCS. Shout out to MC Sports Cards. I met him at the National in Cleveland this past year, as well as I see him at almost every local show in the Boston area. He has some phenomenal stuff. Brady rookies, there are some very high-end ones there. I don't know if you saw a peek at the Jordans. There they are. Multiple copies. Brady autos, Nolan Ryan high-end, PSA 7 rookie cards. There's another auto of Brady. Just amazing what this kid has. And then this was his partner he was with. Had some really nice mid-range autos as well. Once again, variety at a show like this is just out of the park.
Holmes autos. Hello.
Back to my affordability levels. Got some mid-range football cards. Some graded, some not. Jim Nance there from the Patriots, early 60s. Some Brady's. Patriots are still king in this part of town, that's for sure. Because, let's see, we are maybe an hour away from Foxborough. There's some really nice vintage baseball. Now we're on to some memorabilia. So we got a few Bruins pieces here. And then we're back to the baseball. So these were really cool. I had never seen these before. These photographs came with some memorabilia within them. So check out this one. Babe Ruth, piece of Yankee Stadium in there. More autographs along the back wall.
Well, it's nice to see him go this year. That coach is a head case. No, I don't want to have to get it real good. Not now, anyway. But you do this because you love it. That's why. No, give me a little bit.
If you got the itch to open some product, nice wall of blasters here. Pick your sports. And back to more photographs, autographs. So the gentleman who owned this table, his name was Mike Mango. He was the promoter of the show, did an excellent job of getting word out that it was coming back to this location after a 2-year hiatus. And he it really deals in very rare old pieces. So some of these people that you're seeing, I don't even know who they were. I'm sure some of them are well-known names, but he's got all these cut autographs here. And then right next to Mike's table was this local artist from Rhode Island. These were really unique pieces that they put out. I actually asked to talk to the artist who had stepped away from the table, unfortunately, so I wanted to get a quick interview there, but it just wasn't possible. How cool are those? Love the Red Sox team, world champions there.
Back over my favorite
Saw the
table from
Mookie
the
earlier.
Captain 37 on Blowout. It's, the most beautiful Brady collection I've ever seen. Look at that. Gorgeous. Probably his favorite card in the whole collection. Little black label action. 2016 optic. Perfect 10s.
Shout out to the Philmington and the unopened wax at our table, and of course, the rookie card explosion box. I'm gonna wrap up the showcase portion of the video here with some modern cards for you lovers of everything from, 2008 on, I would say. Shohei's, Mookie. Back to some Mahomes. And your modern basketball. Little Breeze rookie making an appearance there. More Mookie rookies. And some basketball again. Gotta end the showcase features with some old school starting lineup figures. Who didn't love these as a kid? That's right, nobody. Just some time-lapse footage I got just about right before we were ready to start tearing down for the day. As you can see, weren't too many crowds towards the end of the day. I was exhausted at this point. Whew, pretty long day, approaching 4 o'clock. We're going to be wrapping up here in the next half hour, 45 minutes. So got an hour and a half ride home. I don't think we're coming back for Sunday, even though we paid for the table for 2 days. It's just too much hassle on Super Bowl Sunday. Got too much to do. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you at the next card show. Talk to you soon.